Jennifer Mowdy, it's so great to be back with you at the Literary Cat Company. In Kansas, everybody already knows by now, we've spent enough time together to know you have an amazing bookstore, a
Thank
personal
you.
brick and mortar, small independent bookstore that also houses a number of resident cats who are there as your managers and assistant to the assistant cat manager, but also cats for adoption. And I think that's a wonderful combination. Last time that we talked about a specific book rather than all books, we talked about the Full Moon Coffee Shop. I called it the Full Moon Cafe. I'm so sorry. But here it is, the Full Moon Coffee Shop. And Jennifer has it. You can go to their website and look at that and many other books. That one is very astrologically based. So she now has a lot of books on astrology. But today we're going to talk about The Curious Kitten at the Chibineko The Curious Kitten at the Chibineko Kitchen by Yuta Takahashi. And it's very similar to the other book in that everything's magical. There are cats who talk and interact with people, but this kitchen itself cannot be found unless you are in need of it. Is that the way you took it to mean?
You have to call and make a reservation. And I don't believe that I don't think you could just walk in I don't think you would be able to see it. I don't think it would be there if you didn't actually make a reservation specifically to go in.
And this is not the idea of Rayo's in the East Bronx where there's only 12 tables and only Robert De Niro can get in. It's not a question of you can't get a reservation. You can only go if you reach out and ask for the chef is a cat. Is that right? I think the chef is a cat.
The chef is actually the male character, the man. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
But then it's cats who serve you.
They have a kitten that resides there in the kitchen, and to me it seemed like the kitten was mainly there to ease the fear and anxiety for the person who was having the remembrance meal and was about to meet their long lost person. And the kitten also seemed to escort the ghost, I guess if you want to call it, out the door when they were done, is what I took.
I think you and I are both pretty literal readers. So for someone who really likes, I don't know, fantasy fiction, mystical reality fiction, this will be easy for you. You're like, oh, of course, they can't help the ghost. For us,
Yeah,
I think
we all know cats can see ghosts.
exactly. So that helps. But it's very touching that these meals are designed specifically for what that person, how their connection between their memory and food tastes and smells.
Yes.
That's a unique idea, and maybe part of what makes this book so famous and successful in Japan. Maybe that's an idea in Japanese culture and in Japanese cooking.
Hmm.
Way your grandmother made the soba noodles, I don't know.
And the customer did not even have to tell
That's
the
right.
chef what the meal was. He just instinctively knew what to bring out. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And so he was pretty magical in his culinary
Mhm.
qualities as well. But getting to this kitchen involved a kind of not torturous, but goat path, a difficult path on through a kind of a mountain the whole thing is like being in a dream. If I'm grasping at straws, it's okay, I read it, but it feels like it's about a dream and reading it feels very dreamlike.
I agree.
The kind of things that would happen in a dream. I think there was a man, but was it a man or was it a cat?
Mhm.
And who is that a remembrance meal of? And do you feel better after the remembrance meal? The people
Mhm.
do, right? They get a sense of closure.
It really made me think, first of all, who would I have my remembrance meal with? What is my person in my life that I would want one last meal with? And just if I would want that opportunity or not. Would it change things? Would it make me feel better or would it just make me more sad?
Wow. That's interesting. That's what a book like these Japanese hyper realism or no realism at all, fantasy do. They free your imagination.
Hmm.
Think about these things. And that curious kitten, this kitten is really important. And the kitten's meows when they happen are timed very specifically
Hmm.
to accent something that has been said or could be said or should be said. I think the cat in Japanese culture is so prominent, is such a
Very.
beloved figure. There was a movie that I had once in the Cat Film Festival. I'm going to say it was Cat Crazy, but that wasn't the name of it. But it was about the Japanese cat culture, and it was great. It was one of those on-camera people that seemed like he was Anthony Bourdain type, going through markets and going through a cat island. But it was just a young person showing cats being pushed in strollers. A young man, not a young person, a
Mhm.
young man. But it was this view of like even gift shops where everything in the gift shop was cat oriented. I'm sure if you saw the film, you're like, I know how to make the literary cat company even more successful financially. I'll start selling coasters and aprons and napkins and you name it.
Yeah.
Things with cats on them in Japan bring good luck, bring joy, bring happiness, bring success. It's really very charming.
They're very much a staple in their culture, I have decided.
Yeah, I think you're right. So maybe we need to bring a little more Japanese influence into.
Yeah,
Why not?
why not?
There, you might as well have objects that are for sale that are cat-like. Anyway, this is today's book, The Curious Kitten at the Chibineko Kitchen by Yuta Takahashi. And the one from last time that I forgot to give you the proper title for, I called it the Full Moon Cafe, but it's the Full Moon Coffee Shop, written by Mai Mochizuki. And
Both are wonderful books.
they are. And the best place to get them, truly, I don't want you to Google it. I want you to Google literarycatco.com. And
Yes.
that's where the website has these books and many other wonderful ones, as well as probably some photos of the cats who live there. And I don't know, maybe even in some place you have a live webcam, but maybe you don't want to interview
We've considered that.
have,
Yeah.
especially in the off hours.
Yes.
That'd be the best to see what books are the cats reading when
Yes.
nobody's here.
And how do all these books end up on the floor when we get here in the morning?
That's interesting. And the New York Times definitely had some comments about that.
Yes.
But it's wonderful what you're doing and the joy
Thank
that you're
you.
spreading and the appreciation of books and cats. So yippee for you. And I look forward to further conversations about books with cats in them. Thank you, Jennifer Mowdy.
Yes. Thank you, Tracy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.